Oh boy, welcome back sports fans. Mike Kratz here alongside Jocelyn Stafford. We're coming to you from the home of the Indians, Montrose, Colorado. Another big playoff game for the Indians, taking on Fountain Fort Carson.
Yeah, it was a pretty exciting game. I mean, Montrose really came alive in that first half there, Mike.
Yeah, they really did. Speaking of the first half, let's get to the highlights right now. Oh man, we're ready to get this game underway under a bad fall moon. Fountain, they win the coin toss and up to receive, and Montrose's D comes out stout early, stuffing the Desmond Oliver rush around the edge. That's a 4-yard loss. Montrose would start the game with a 3 and out, and they get their offensive game running right up that gut. Blake Griffin getting to show off his wheels early. But a little bit later on the handoff, the ball falls to the turf. Trojan defenders, Curtis Jackson, he's there to recover it. But again, Montrose's D would come up big. Tuvi and Tooley completes the pass, but Torrey Ackerman is there to greet him on the sideline, forcing yet another punt. Last week, we saw Coach Mertens go for it on 4th and long. Here on 4th and a couple, getting the first down. That's a big call, too, because now Montrose is moving it as Gage Wareham gets over the big old Ashton Oberg. He's rumbling his way down the sideline to move the chains on first. Not too long after. Check out the counter set up for Ethan Hartman. Shakes a tackle at the line, and he's going to show off his wheels. End zone bound. Indians on the board first, 7-0. To the second quarter we go. We saw this play work to great effect last week. Looks like the Trojans scouted it pretty well, but Montrose, they've got plenty of ways to disguise their handoffs. Here, giving it to Gabe Miller after the fake. He's got plenty of yards in front of him, and he is picking up the first down. And here again, if you key on the first handoff, you're going to get beat. Wareham disguises it well for Hartman, who's got tons of space, and it becomes a foot race, and a foot race that Hartman is going to win. Montrose on top, 14-0. Trojans offense in trouble now with the snap going over the quarterback's head. Fountain, they would be able to recover it, but the very next play, they go to the screen. That is sniffed all the way out by Montrose. In fact, picked off by junior lineman Jackson Tosi, punctuated by the Blake Griffin dive into the end zone. That makes it 21-0 Indians. If you're wondering how Montrose's D is doing, well, they were flying around out there. That was Jackson Kellen with his hair on fire. Next Indians possession, more of the same. Only this time, Hartman's going to keep it, gets to the edge, and is picking up big yards out there. Montrose just chunking away, yard after yard. A pop this time. It's Gabe Miller going to the right, getting himself a big rip. Then watch Hartman on the right. He's going to slip down, recovers, and now he's looking for those big tugboats, get past them into open water. That's a big 25-yard play right there. Montrose cruising. Griffin, he's breaking tackles, fights his way upfield, scores again, finding Bader. Indians, they find themselves up 28-0. The Trojans would finally get a defensive stop, forcing Hartman to fumble on another big gain, but on their next possession, forced into a passing down. And watch the stick-to-itiveness here from Oberg on the end. Gets to the quarterback, ball comes out. Bodie Greiner is there to recover. Gage Wareham, he's ready to use that gun. A little 4-step drop and lets it go down the sideline, complete for Hartman out at the 2. And then just have a look at the second effort here from Griffin as he punches it in. 35-0 Montrose. Indians use their timeouts to get the ball one last time before the half, and it paid off. Wareham avoiding the pressure on the right-hand side, lets it go to Hartman, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. And then how about the old hook and ladder? Complete to Oberg, pitch to Hartman. Montrose go into the locker rooms up 42-0 here in the quarterfinals.
Thanks, Mike. That was the score at the half, but we're looking at a final of 48-14 Montrose. We've actually got Coach Mertens here to talk to us a little bit about it. Coach, what are your thoughts on the game?
I didn't see that coming, to be honest. Our kids played extremely well. I'm just super proud of them. Happy for them to be able to do that tonight. It was awesome.
Definitely. I mean, moving to the Final Four, what does that mean to the team?
Yeah, I mean, it's one at a time, so it's another step closer to, that ultimate goal, but it's just another game at the end of the day. Honestly, it's so cool to have home playoff games and have this big crowd here and the city of Montrose out, and it means so much to our kids and everything. So that's the best part, is just having another great evening here, and so we get to do this for one more week at least, and we're excited about that.
It's awesome. We're in the semifinals now. It's really cool.
Definitely. Moving into the Final Four, what does that mean to your team?
I mean, we haven't, in the past few times that we've been in the playoffs, we haven't gotten past this point, and now that we passed it, we're just so happy.
All right, well, that's going to do it for our coverage from out here in Montrose tonight. Another big win for the Indians. If you didn't believe in them after last week, boy, you're going to make yourself look like a fool if you're not believing in them now.
Definitely. They are a force to be reckoned with here on the Western Slope.
Absolutely. Hey, Montrose Indians going to the Final Four. It's exciting. We'll be bringing you all the latest from out here in Montrose. But in the meantime, that's all the time we have for sports. For Jocelyn Stafford, I'm Mike Kratz. We'll see you then.